So this is going to be a quick tutorial how to do airways and liveries. This is a template with 7.6 right here. I just downloaded this and opened it in GIMP, which is it's like Photoshop but a little bit different. The template is from Airline Empires right here. In the forums, you have to sign in. Go to logo livery request, add template right here. And this is where you'll find all the high quality templates. So we go back to GIMP. Just gonna do a real basic one here so you can show you the tools. So first things first is that there's a bunch of layers on the side, and they basically show the different parts of the template, so you can turn them on and off, like fuselage. If you don't want metal, you can turn off the metal. And it's very helpful because they're all separate pieces, so you can paint them separately. So I'll take off the metal. So first thing you want to do is, if you want to paint the fuselage, you click the fuselage, and then what you have to do is you have to click this lock alpha channel button. This will make sure that you don't paint the void. So let's get a color. I'll look at dark green, like that. Then what you can do is, this is the rectangle select tool, right? You can draw a rectangle, you can slide it across. And then what you can do is, at the top, click edit, and then fill with FG color, foreground color. And then this will fill in the portion of the template selected. And then you can do select none. It's pretty simple. So that's the rectangle select tool. Another one is the free select tool. So let's say if we wanted to just kind of design our own area like this, right, and it automatically selects it. Then we can do fill with foreground color, and it will fill the area. Notice it doesn't fill the tail because that's a different layer. That's this layer, not this one. So we can turn that off. That's what it looks like. So select none. So this next tool is the paths tool. This is how you make curves. So make sure you are selecting design first. Click some points. Let's say here to here. Just go around. And then what you can do is you can drag it. Make sure you click the edit mode though. Right here. And then just close it by clicking the last 2 points in edit mode. And then what you have to do is click select from path, and then it'll select that area, and then you can fill. And that's how you get a curve. So let's say you wanted to continue this up the tail. Click the tail, and then edit paths, click design. Right. I'll make sure you have the alpha channel on first. It's always a good thing. And then say we want it to go from here to the top right here. And it'll just go around the area we want green. Close it off, and then this you can curve it in a way that looks good. And now you can actually zoom in. You see it's a little bit off, so you can click design again and drag it down. So select path, fill foreground, and that should fill it just like that. Okay, so let's say you wanted like a different color. Let's say you wanted red, right? So let's do a red circle on the tail. And then you can edit the size right here so it's symmetrical. Let's say you want it 150, 150. A little bit bigger. Yeah, there we go. Select, fill color. There you go, red circle. So now let's say you have an image that you want to include. So what we can do is get the image. This is a ping image, so it doesn't have a background. Copy it. Select, edit, copy. And then make sure you're on the tail, but then you want to paste it. And it'll be way too large at first. So that's what these tools are for. So first thing, this tool scales it down. So actually, before I do that, I just want to let you know that this is a floating layer, so it's not actually pasted yet. So we can move it around. So you can drag it down. This is the move it around tool, move tool. And then you can move it into the middle, like that. Let's say you wanted it a little bit bigger. Just kind of move it to the corner, pull it out. Like that. And then if you wanted to rotate it, click this tool. So you want to be like that. Rotate. Maybe a little bit more. There. So then, if that's all satisfactory, you can click the anchor. This will anchor it to the tail, so it'll basically kind of paint it on. And there you go. Last thing I want to do is cover text. Go back to the fuselage. Click the text box tool, and then just write whatever. And then you can obviously change the font, size, color, whatnot. I'm just going to leave it like this. It's like simplicity, and then just click off. I'll be there. So generally what they do for the engines is that they have a folder of layers. So you can, first of all, you can choose the engine you want. So if you wanted a Pratt & Whitney, JT9D, Rolls-Royce, just make sure that it's the only one showing, the other ones are hidden. So let's say we want to do Rolls-Royce, and then we do expand it by clicking that, and then this is the layer for the color of the engine. So make sure you do alpha channel lock, and then I just do a rectangle tool, select it all, fill foreground color, and that will color it whatever you have selected. And then you can just close it back up again. So that's pretty simple. And then last thing you need to know is if you want to export it as a PNG or a PNG file, you want to do export as file, export as, name it something. It's saved as a PNG file, not a PSD. And then I like to have a folder for all my airworthy liveries. I go to livery, and then I just save it in here. Press export. And now this thing will be exported as a picture. So if you go to desktop, here, PNG livery, and then we call it test. Pull it up, and there it is.